Fnatic are really good at the moment, but like if we don't do mistakes, if we play our best, I think that we can overwhelm them.
In this split, it was like we just won them every game. We have a good record against them, and I guess they are scared of that, so probably they have prepared a lot for it.
Obviously, there's more at stake now. I'm pretty confident we can still beat Gambit, like we beat them the last 8 times. I think we played them or something.
I think the only reason why they were really good against us was our mistakes, so we should just fix them, so they will have no chance if we will do so.
I was actually asked this question before, who I would like to face in our group the most, and I said Gambit, because I just want to beat them again, to be honest.
I don't feel like they really outpicked or outbanned us during the banning phase. It's only 2 games that we can win those.
Alright. Okay. So, is this Diamond on jungle Shyvana, or is this going to be top lane Darian on Shyvana? I believe top lane.
We've seen both.
Yeah.
In China, we've seen top lane Shyvana, heavy pusher, push you to your turret all the time, and then pretty good at running away with her ultimate and whatnot if she ever does get ganked. And at the same time, when you think back to when we first started seeing Shyvana competitive play, that was Diamond who brought it out and was like, hey, Shyvana's a really fast clear and I can counter jungle all the time. So we'll wait for the rest of the timer to tick down, but you can really see it both ways.
Fantastic stuff coming out. So we'll see how this goes. At the moment, it is sat on Darian. There's 17 seconds. I almost want to see the entire countdown to make sure this doesn't switch around.
Yeah, the one thing to also point out is that Soaz is running teleport up there in the top lane, and if he fights Shyvana, Shyvana can't interrupt teleport with anything but her ultimate, whereas Xin Zhao can do that much more easily. 3, 2, 1, top lane Shyvana, jungle Xin Zhao.
Jungle Xin Zhao. So, those are the champions.
Gambit are looking for a 3v2 if Diamond wants to go for it.
You can see level 3. It's going to be aggression on the top. Genja's going to get dived on. Cyanide comes in. The passive popped straight away. He's going to have to get away from that one. And Genja on 3 hit points. Well, it's Darian that could get closed on. Has got flash available. Cyanide in position, ready to go for this one.
This could be successful for Fnatic. Darian just burned his move speed.
Just burn his move speed. Can he get away from this one? Tries to dodge around, gets locked up, stunned up. He has got flash available, but doesn't go for it. It's first blood for Pushu.
And that was incredibly well played by Fnatic. Yellowstar made sure he tanked it up first with the giant armor buff from Eclipse, knowing that Cyanide had no passive. The rest of his team was able to follow up easily. This gives Fnatic the first
So as
turret.
maybe the focus target, though, we do see Diamond coming up towards the Tribe, but she's coming in towards him. There's going to be I was about to say Peke, but instead it's going to be Alex Ich. Where's he going to go? He's realized he's not required. He may still come on towards his top lane. Not going to go for the steal. Instead, they back away, time it nicely. It's Diamond that picks up the kill in the end, though, but Fnatic, they quickly react to this. They go for the dragon themselves.
And at the same time, Peke also pushed the mid turret, pushed the minions down to the mid turret as well. And now, unfortunately, it still is going to give blue buff control over to Gambit on the left side of the map, but Fnatic said, oh, we were going to steal blue, we'll do that later, we'll take dragon first. So Fnatic are reacting well, but of course Gambit are making great moves.
Genja not going for triple Doran Blade on Misfortune is a pretty big deal. It's something he's been doing all year long. This time around, I'm going for that double. And now we see, actually, Solar Flare catching onto Genja. I feel he's going to be able to back away. No, gets locked up. Chain of Corruption. Great stun GCC chain here. And that is going to be Genja going down. Fnatic playing it perfectly.
Absolutely well done by this Fnatic squad. Genja had flash up to dodge the Solar Flare and didn't think he needed to use it. Good catch here by the Fnatic team.
Build from the AD carries there. Genja went back, but instead he went for the Berserker Greaves instead of building out that Bloodthirst. Darian goes aggressive on Soaz and puts a good chunk of damage down on towards him there, keeping that pressure on as well. Soaz realizing he can't really fight for this one. Alex Ich is going to come around here, but instead he gets interrupted. He does manage to get up there. Soaz bouncing away from that one with his ultimate. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. Elastic Slingshot saves the day.
And that was actually interesting by Soaz, because there's 2 mechanics here to think about with that ultimate. Is one, it no longer gives tenacity, and he activated it before the stun, but there's a dive in mid.
Solar Flare used, avoidable crescendo, turn back around that tower though, it's going to go down, he can't hold it out. Genja hasn't got his ultimate bullet time to try and keep them away. While this is happening, the bottom turret is being pressured. Gambit going to trade their middle outer turret for the bottom inner.
And this is actually super interesting. Pushy though also on this right-hand side, but this Shyvana play actually allows Gambit to break apart the play style. They can keep pushing with these champions.
They're keeping on going. Fnatic have rotated round towards the bottom lane, but can we see Gambit, they're keeping on towards this inhibitor turret. Soaz, I'm not too sure he can keep them away from this one. Alex is keeping that damage down, going down. Bottom inner turret has gone down, but that's an inhibitor turret for Gambit.
That's incredible. They're just sending people down. and getting no responses here from Fnatic in time. That, while the turret kills are the same, the important turrets are very different. Gambit already built an exposed inhibitor. That's massive.
That is a 13-minute inhibitor turret. That is very quick there. And it does mean Genja, oh, he's going to be completely caught out of position. Once again, they laid that trap in that bush, and he got completely caught out.
Yeah, so to talk about the SOS point from a while ago, no longer gives Tenacity the Zac ultimate. He activated it before the stun. But it also gives ramping movement speed, so even without that, he can use it to run away that helped him escape from the Twisted Fate. But Fnatic, they had their members on the bottom side of the map the whole time, and they were there in time for the Dragon, of course, as well. So a bunch of crazy things on the map, but Fnatic are still building. The Goals hasn't built any magic resist yet, but that's most of what Shyvana does. Sunfire Cape plus Burnout, plus her E damage as well. All of that is magic damage, and when Soaz gets a Spirit Visage, he's going to start ignoring her damage output while he does % health damage and starts making moves.
Fnatic 5-man push in this mid turret, and we're going to see whether Gambit do respond to it. Alex did get caught out quite heavily there, but they don't get a great deal of damage down. I think that was all Cyanide, hoping he could catch something out there. Instead, they've caught Diamond just off the side. That's a great lockup from Yellowstar. Has he got enough damage to turn this one around? Goes aggressive back on towards Peke. Doesn't have enough with the bullet time raining through. He's not going to land that damage. It's a kill for Fnatic.
And that's now 2 ultimates down for Gambit. Fnatic have enough health bars to keep exerting themselves on the map.
Well, Darian feeling aggressive there, but I didn't think he really got the call from the rest of his team. Peke is going to back away from this one. They don't really have any vision around that jungle, so they couldn't keep pushing out. Bottom turret, as we mentioned, they had all those outer turrets available to them. That's going to get a bit more gold towards Gambit. They had fell behind. It was around a 3,000 gold lead. Fall into a 2,000, and Gambit continuing to put pressure on this mid lane.
Yeah, and you can see them kind of, it's Gambit out Fnaticing Fnatic, but here comes the fight.
Chain of Corruption on towards Diamond, he launches himself back in there, Crescendo comes out, but it's the damage for Fnatic that's doing the job. They get 1, get 2, get in on towards Diamond, they get the slow on him. Soaz comes bouncing on in there, and Cyanide should finish this one out. It will be another kill. That is a 3-for-0 exchange. Fnatic looking strong. Alexis tries to come around the side, realizing this is a bad idea. Get the hell away from this fight.
Yeah, Alex used his ultimate to try to find his way in and didn't find anything. All he can do is keep his mid lane turret alive with wildcards, but here comes Soaz!
Let's bounce, lock up, and that's going to be another easy kill for Fnatic. I was surprised that he went for that one. It's an 8-1 kill score for Fnatic now.
That was absolutely massive for these guys, but without any health bars left, Fnatic can't do anything but just take the kills and come back. And so we're just back to this 3,000 gold lead. Watch this fight start. It's a 5 versus 4, basically. Really good engage. Diamond can't do much, not even a knock-up from his Q. He gets stun locked out here, and Genja had already burned bullet time. So that combo, that 5v5 type of team fight that Gambit wanted, wasn't there for them. Genja was useless in that battle, so Fnatic got to stack their crowd controls, pick up kill after kill, and just run through the Gambit lineup.
And it seems strange that they went for it, because that was perfect line for bullet time, but like you said, it wasn't available, so it seemed that they just didn't look at what was available for the team. Instead, it wasn't to be. So Fnatic, they are looking strong now. They have that 3,000 gold advantage, and they Yellowstar doing a great job of shutting out Diamond, and they're continuing to siege down this turret. It is almost gone. This is the middle inhibitor turret. It's so important. Peke taking damage. You see Gambit, they're going to try and turn this one around. They're going aggressive. Can they catch on towards them? No. It's a great hail of arrows to stop Darian.
This is tricky though. Alexich has home guard and he can run forward, and Fnatic are actually very low on health bars here. Most of them are at about half. They can contest the dragon, and maybe the gold lead's enough for that. But honestly, Gambit can win a fight here.
Turning it back around, you can see jumping in. Shockwave used along with that elastic slingshot on Soaz, and well, Voidal's just removed from the map.
Voidal did not need to be there. There was no ward coverage over that side of the map. That's something that Fnatic had done with their gold lead, is ensure that the dragon side of the map didn't have many wards, nor does the Baron side of the map actually have many wards for Gambit either. Yeah, Darian doesn't get to do much with that. He has to run away from the enemy team. But the ward coverage is actually something that Fnatic has, and they're basically making plays off of that. They're also making plays off of sieging. Honestly, the game is just going Fnatic's way.
Darian trying a little bit too hard to get something from this one. The rest of Fnatic closing in. Solar Flare doesn't land. Alex Sincho eating that piercing arrow again. He's not going to get the blue buff for Darian here. He's going to use his ultimate to try and get away. Chain of Corruption didn't quite latch on towards him, and he will walk away from that one. From Fnatic is so strong that Gambit is struggling to defend.
And despite the gold lead only being 5,000, which is important but not game-breaking, Fnatic show no fear while sieging. Gambit have never once actually tried to get in on Pushu just sitting there, auto-attacking a turret until now.
Darien goes aggressive, uses that ultimate to come in. Solar Flare locks them up, and Darien's going to drop before Gambit can respond. Diamond comes in, but it's too little, too late. He's forced to get away. It's a double kill for Pushu. That's going to be bullet time. All it does is manage to pop the passive of Cyanide. He flashes away. Shockwave flashed out from Voidal. Almost called him out, but it's Fnatic who continue to push in.
And you can see it's just been a 2-for-1 right now, an advantage here for Fnatic, and they are still able to put some moves. They're going to back out with low health bars and say, we want to take away the buffs, we're going to control the map off of this.
Soaz did go down in that exchange. Alexic using that Destiny. Where's he going to go? He's looking for him. Too low target. Cyanide's passive already popped, remember. Getting full vision of this one, but Yellowstar and Peke come across to prevent anything from them, and it's going to be the blue buff steal for Peke.
Alex only forced a flash from Yellowstar. That's all he got out of that Destiny gank.
The bottom lane, though, the top lane, sorry, the inhibitor being pushed in by minions. Are Fnatic going to get back in time to prevent that inhibitor going down? You can see them rushing back up there. The inhibitor not really taking a great deal of damage, so it will be stopped off. But Gambit, they're going to try and respond to this one, going for Baron.
They need to make this move. Fnatic's been spending their entire time on the bottom side of the map. They haven't gotten ward coverage over this side. They can guess Gambit are going for it, but Gambit must get this with no ultimates to try to get a way back in.
They're going for it very quickly. It's down to half health. Cyanide's going to get close enough just in time. It's down to 2,500 hit points. Cyanide's not going to get close in time. It is going to go down. That's going to be picked up. Cyanide goes in. He's going to get locked up. That's Gambit picking up one kill. So has the target. Passive not available. Solar Flare finds his target. That's going to be another kill for Pushu getting on towards him. Gambit taken so low. Have to back out the side. Diamond goes down. Genja gets away with it, but it's another kill for Pushu. That was a 3-for-1, and it's Fnatic that can turn and run for those inhibitors.
Despite the Baron, Fnatic just have more members on the map as well as minion waves, at least in the mid lane, going their way. Maybe Alex can miracle wave clear this. Maybe Genja can hold with bullet time. I wouldn't even be surprised to see him use it to kill some minions. But Fnatic can basically backdoor this turret.
Those piercing arrows from Pushu have been lethal. That's an inhibitor that is going to go down for Fnatic. You can see Alex rotated straight around to try and protect that bottom. He realizes he can't fight off Fnatic from this one. So, gamble didn't work for Gambit. They got that Baron, but they lost an inhibitor. Sneaky play in this top lane.
It's a Fnatic. They're pulling a Fnatic.
They're going to go in towards Soaz. Soaz is going to get locked up because he will have that ultimate. Solar Flare responded. Shockwave doesn't land. Darien uses the ultimate, but it's Gambit in a very good position. Cyanide forced to back away from that one. Passive wasn't quite popped. Darien taken low. You can see Soaz going to be the focus. He's got passive available. Just off the side, Peke with full hit points. Pushing taken low as well. Trying to keep them at bay. Locking on towards it. Diamond's going to go down. Soaz bounces on towards him. Voidal in trouble now. And Fnatic turning around. That gold advantage paying dividends, and Fnatic just have the item difference.
That's exactly what it was. A small item and level lead allowed him to just tank that fight out. The number of shields coming through for Peke, he'll win that duel. Yeah, Fnatic using the gold lead. Nice attempt by Gambit to try to find something and force a battle lopsided, but they had to engage on a tank of Fnatic, so they couldn't burst him out.
Tried to go for the sneaky play, did not work. Fnatic were ready, just happened to be all nearby, and that was the lane they wanted to push. That's 2 turrets from that one exchange, and they're going to take themselves, I feel, another inhibitor turret. But Gambit are all respawning. Remember, we're only at the 30-minute mark. Those death timers are not that long yet.
It's a 5 versus 4, and it's an injured 5 versus a full health 4. There's still a chance that Gambit pushes Fnatic out of the base, but not before the turret goes down. Right.
Alex was trying to push out that top lane, but instead he's left it exposed, and Fnatic just walking straight in towards the bottom lane. No need for backdooring from Peke this time around. They're just putting their big size 10 boot straight through the front door, and Gambit, unfortunately, can't do anything about it. And they are going to get driven out. Solar Flare lands. Diamond Prox just gets dropped where he stands. Chain of Corruption on towards Voidal. Voidal gets hammered as well. It's a double for Pushu. Darien next target. He's tanky, but he's not that tanky. He can't prevent 5 members of Fnatic just stomping on his face. Peke picks up the kill. Bottom inhibitor goes down. Middle inhibitor will follow. Just 2 members, Alexic and Genja, stand in the way of a 3-1 victory for Fnatic, and they are just going to drive this one through into the base.
This is going to be everything for Fnatic right now. Even comes in on Alex Itch, and here's the good bullet time. It's not going to mean much. Alex goes down. Peke is going to survive. The turrets have a very different fate. They're going to be going down. This will be Fnatic's game.
The score says it all, ladies and gentlemen. 21 kills to 3, 7-0-11 for Peke. 11-0-5 for Pushu. The AD carry and AD AP mid did their job. Fnatic and win 3-1 in the group's Gambit. They looked invincible, but wow, they've just been swept aside by Fnatic.
That was impressive to look at what they did at the beginning of yesterday. A honestly horrible looking loss against Vulcan where nothing seemed to go right. They kind of yelled at themselves for champion select. To come through here, beat the only undefeated team left in the group.